Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. I think we're having some audio issues here. Let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna double check. Okay, audio coming out pretty good. Alright. Sorry about that. Sometimes you get technical difficulties. So this port is getting changed in the next 10.8 update. So I figured I would make it the screenshot for this video. Do a round of some crazy crap. Alright, let's go ahead and take it into battle. I'm telling you, I wasn't planning on streaming tonight, but sometimes things change. Sometimes things change, so I'm gonna double check my audio to make sure that I'm coming through. Double check my audio to make sure that I'm coming through. Bringing out old Crazy Creme because I mentioned it in that last video I made. We'll see how it does in some randoms.
Action stations.
This is just basically Svetlana up tiered to tier 5, pretty much. Less torpedoes, some secondary guns, a little bit of health. Maybe sales were underperforming for Crazy Creme, so that's why they made Kirov a premium, I don't know. What? Yeah. Mainly I wanted to talk about the video I put up earlier yesterday. It got some responses. I think the overall view of the video is positive, at least. But seems like the flames are still high in the community. I saw some people attacking community contributor Lord Zath, which I find to be really stupid. You gotta have respect for Zath. Maybe Zath is depending on it for some side income. You never know. But he's not a shill. Some other people remaining were being total dummies today with their threads. Fam and Little White Mouse called them out for it on the forums. A lot of Kami Samurai showed up. A rarity. A rarity indeed. Game's gonna go down for maintenance in a couple of hours from now, so it's not gonna be a long stream. With me being bottom tier here, there's not much of an impact I'm gonna have, but I'll try to do what I can. The range on Crazy Crem's kind of limited. 14.21. You're better off playing it like in Atlanta and getting to an island of sorts. I just love how he stops like that.
Enemy destroyer detected. Enemy cruiser sighted. Enemy battleship detected.
See, that's why people don't play Crazy Creme that much in randoms, because it can die like easily like that. Maybe I'm just rusty. Considering that they're fixing a glitch with the subs not showing up for randoms, I say the implementation into randoms is close. Don't know how soon it will be, but it will come. I think the main thing that we all need to take away from this weekend is that we need to cut back spending on wargaming, stop it completely if you feel comfortable doing so. Well, everybody's different. Everybody's different with their choices and what they choose to do or do not do. Seen posts about new people coming in the game then leaving after 2 weeks because of what's been happening. Seeing that the story of the XCCs leaving, the wargaming programs being picked up by smaller news publications, so we'll have to see what the continued impact will be. So I think wargaming is planning to get the subs into randoms with the next update or two. The convoy mode has me thinking 10.8. I know that's not news that some of you want to hear, but it's looking like 10.8 might be the patch for them. We'll see. But if they're fixing a glitch that's allowing them to go into randoms, I don't know. Could happen. So maybe they'll be smart about it and they'll push it back until update 10.9 because of the negativity right now. This is the angriest I've ever seen the community. I feel like people are angrier than they were over Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, for those uninitiated, was the first Dockyard event in World of Warships history. basically it was a giant flop because the missions were really hard to complete. You couldn't really do it for free. You kind of had a intense pressure to spend money on it. Some people spent money on it like me. I did it at like the halfway point. Others spent money to get it right away. I believe that if you were to outright buy it, it was $300. If you did it about halfway, it was $150. From what I recall. It's not a fun time for many, and that's what caused Sub-Octavian to withdraw from the public eye. That and he got promoted.
Submarine spotted.
I think the pinging's a little bit weird,
Enemy battleship sighted.
but you have to have some form of pinging because of the different depths that the torpedoes can dive to. That's why you need pinging overall. Or the homing aspect of the torpedoes. See, two of the torps hit. Obviously they're not going to hit nothing, so I gotta... Not good. You lose a lot of depth chart. You use a lot of your dive time if you get detected, and I'm getting detected right now.
Maximum depth reached.
So when you're like detected or whatever, a good tip is to go to maximum depth like right away before the depth charges get dropped on you.
Torpedoes to starboard.
There are shelves, as you can see here,
Torpedoes to
which
starboard.
will sometimes prevent you from doing so. So you got to be careful about
Torpedoes
where
to
you're
starboard.
going. So you feel like the dangerous pass go up to around 24. To around 24. That's my favorite depth I found because I can find their sub, because I can find the enemy sub. But if you're really close like this, you can't hit the sub because it's too close. So you have to choose a further away target until, and they really can't hit you with anything either. Oh, I guess sometimes they can hit.
Team has taken the lead.
That was a rare case, because usually they don't hit. I'm gonna wait for those torps to hit before I launch any more. Perhaps, oh, looks like some of them might hit. There. Since I'm detected, my dive counter is going down. So I have to make... I have to really aim these torps right.
Torpedoes dead ahead. Enemy submarine destroyed.
You can see in some cases you can just direct shot the torpedoes into the enemy sub, which might just be the best strategy you have because you got no other weapons underwater. Pretty much. Sure, there'll be a wargaming anniversary collection soon enough for the 6th anniversary, but anniversary started becoming less of a deal after the 3rd one, at least in the developers' eyes, it seems. I don't really spend much time in this port. Mostly I like the Philippines port or the Kronstadt port or the Zipan. No, Shirashima base is where I go most of the time. That's my favorite. It's connected to the Arpeggio Blue Steel anime. Sadly, I don't think I'll ever get I-401 because they're likely going to stick it in some stupid containers. And the game is just really messed up right now with everything going on. So far I've checked the servers and I have not seen any postings on Asia server yet, so they must be waiting till the morning to post anything. But I keep an eye on the Reddit just to see if anything happens. Looks like another CC has left the program, Sharetti. I'll feature subs a little bit, but I only have the tier 10, so that's all I can feature for now. Tier 6 and tier 8 I featured in past streams. So, go watch those just for fun, 25 and 26. What's this camo? Oh, this must have been the special camo they got for completing that Dockyard event for Anchorage. Honestly, that's the one Dockyard I'm upset that I missed. But otherwise, Odin, I didn't really care for it. And I wasn't really actively playing at that time. Man. But I suppose if they post something on the Russian forums, it probably would pop up on the World of Warships Reddit, wouldn't it? That's the question, is if they're going to post something on the Russian forums before they post something on NA. I doubt it. I think they're going to wait until 7. Let's say 7 or 8. Maybe around noonish we'll see something. Because 7 or 8 is kind of early because the NA staff wouldn't be in their offices until probably 9 or 10 o'clock, you would think. Well, who knows, they may delay the statement out until Wednesday. I wouldn't be surprised. By all indications, it sounds like it's coming out today, though. Later on. There's a lot Wargaming has to answer for. A lot. I'll put Kranz and Krem into another battle after this because that wasn't really much gameplay showing of the ship. It got blown up too quick. It's not really. I wasn't really playing it the best. Alright, I'm gonna have to make quick work of this cruiser and then turn around toward that sub.
Torpedoes to port. Torpedoes to port.
Usually 2 hits is better because then the torpedoes are slightly more accurate.
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
Torpedoes aren't reloaded, but since I am Not in Baleo, I don't have bow torpedoes, so.
Attention. Reporting the target position.
And this is one of the circumstances where you just want to get away from the front of the submarine. If it was a player I was going up against, they would have likely fired their torps point blank at me. That's basically the only defense you really have, sub versus sub combat, is firing your torps point blank if you're super close to each other. That's about all you can do. And that's something that's gonna have to be perfected. Sure, I can ping him, but it's not gonna really do much because the torps aren't gonna hit him from here. I could do this. Right, and they're not going to hit him because that's not how the torps work. They're not going to arc around and hit him. You know? Jeez, I shouldn't have done that. You get my point. There's always one tried and true tactic. I doubt that this has actually been done in real life ever, where you just ram the other sub. Why would it be done in real life? A lot of people would perish at that point. Not to mention, most subs are carrying nukes on them these days. That'd be terrible if that happened. Considering my torps aren't reloaded, and we have 2 other subs that can take out some subs. I want to slow down so I'm not in range of.
Is in sight. Torpedoes to starboard. Torpedoes direct front. Torpedoes to starboard.
The sub's playing with me. I'm gonna keep it at. These subs will just home in and sink them.
Enemy submarine destroyed.
Wow, that's just mesmerizing. Honestly, I wish we had a screenshot mode when we're in game. What was it? Alt Z? Okay, I'm gonna double check settings here. Nope, everything's still coming through just fine. Yeah. Otherwise, there's not much besides that one CC leaving the program. I've seen a thread where somebody was calling for. I'll let the music play, then I'll. Somebody was calling for CVs to have depth charges, I think, on Reddit or on the forums. I'm kind of like iffy about that, honestly. Okay, let's get this down to Cransy Creme. They got it set so that there's a cat sound in the background when you're in this port. But this, you can see here that this port is stylized after a 1940s apartment, pretty much. What is that a drawing of? Chat, if you know what this ship is, let me know in the comments. Honestly, it looks like a Nuremberg a little bit, but it doesn't look quite right. Various drawings of, I want to say, the back ends of ships or carrier decks. But yeah, this port is basically going bye-bye come patch 10.8 for those who like it. They're going to completely give this an entire overhaul to look modern. But I guess I'm not surprised. One of my favorite ports got taken out of the game real quick. Halloween, the old black and white Halloween theme. Good times. Game's basically been in this downhill dive since 2018. Man. It doesn't feel like it's 69 degrees. It feels like it's hotter than that for some stupid reason. Not the computer. This part come up.
Action stations.
What tier are we at? Okay, so tier 4 and 5. Okay, this should be a better matchup anyway. Oh, so they did give Cransy Creme the depth charges. Okay. Cool. Let's fire those off once and see how they fire off on Cransy. Very short duration. They reload pretty quick. Honestly, I once had a thought to join the PvE Alliance. That or Alliance Wolf, but I just never follow through on it. I'd rather just run my own clan and do my own things. You know?
Enemy battleship sighted. Enemy cruiser sighted.
The only thing you really get is Hydro and of course these depth charges. I don't...
Enemy battleship sighted.
Why didn't I notice that? You can play this as like a Russian
Cruiser sighted.
Atlanta down to tier 5 if you play it just right. They removed a lot of torpedo racks off of ships after World War I because the sound was a liability for ships blowing up.
Battleship detected.
The Germans, I guess, just wanted to take that risk and include them on their ships still.
Enemy cruiser detected.
Rising Cram can start fires, but
Enemy battleship sighted.
torpedoes on it are so-so. Just they have a little better range than some other cruisers. The Russian line. These are bots, I don't mind doing this, but if this was players, I wouldn't be doing this.
The ship is on fire. Problem solved, sir.
Enemy battleship foundered.
Torpedoes to starboard.
The ship can be
Torpedoes to
effective.
starboard.
It's a fun co-op ship. I wouldn't bring it into randoms. So I got blown up pretty
Enemy
quick.
destroyer foundered.
The ship is on fire.
There's like a period of time where people just completely stopped playing aircraft carriers. It was one of the most fun times in the game. But because of that, we got the CV rework, so maybe not so much.
Torpedoes to
Remember, as always, Shift O. Shift O if you have airplanes above you. And keep an eye out. I got torped. And always keep in mind the people that have torpedoes on their ships. Best way to find out what kind of armament a ship has is to do a quick look at the WoW's wiki if you're facing a ship on like a mobile device or something. Either that or a second monitor, but you have to be real quick about it. What is this? Phantom? YouTube's gotta fix its stuff. It's really stupid. So take out October Revolution since I'm... I'll just keep it at turf. We have anti-sub weaponry on this, so no we don't. Okay, then I'm gonna go do this. Take my chances with the randoms. Best tip I can tell you for if you're a new person starting out is you gotta aim ahead of their target, you gotta lead it. Same with torpedoes. And aiming with the spotter plane is difficult sometimes. It feels like it's 75 degrees right now in the place I'm at. But outside it's 69. Makes no sense. I want to see if Sea Raptor posts a video about leaving. I didn't see anything about him leaving, but no, just Verizon Warrior Series Finals. He's a small channel, but he's still bigger than me. I'm the smallest fish in the pond here. But somehow I have more views than Happa Fodder on the YouTube. Surprises me. Happa Fodder has a YouTube channel, but he hasn't uploaded to it in a long time.
Battle starts.
I give a tip to our old CM Happa Fodder. If you're gonna upload a video to YouTube, you gotta sit there and you gotta create like a. You can't just name all the videos Happa Fodder. You gotta give them a title. You gotta give them some uniqueness. Just saying. Even if you are streaming. Like this series, just for fun, I try not to take myself seriously. If I'm gonna be doing something serious, I'll do a ranked or something video. That's beside the point. You can see that we have a lot of bots on both sides in this match. I hope that doesn't become the case at other tiers too. But theoretically, they could keep running the game and just flood the servers with bots. As long as people paid the basic server maintenance costs, that they could get away with that. Alright. This ship served as mostly an anti-aircraft battery during the World War II. Didn't really see much action outside of that. Most of its action came when the revolution was still raging. It used to be this was Gangut. They just modernized it a little bit.
Enemy cruiser detected. Enemy destroyer detected.
See that the
Enemy cruiser detected.
that weapons are not the most accurate this tier. But ricochet, didn't it?
Enemy cruiser
There, that's more of what a battleship should do. Gotta keep in mind when playing this ship, it has limited repair charges.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Yes, there was a big event to earn a special camo for Kranzi Krem. But I don't ever use that special camo ever because I don't feel like it. You know? That's just me. I'm sure it lets you buy the camo now. I prefer this camo. Of course, at this point in... God damn, I'm getting caught on an island.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
Close shave. Alright.
Torpedoes to port.
Yep, it's a player. I'll say that name is different. There's no time to switch to high explosive. Best I can do is turn on my repair party, try to get the secondaries aimed at them, whatever grid they'll do. The secondaries got nerfed from the ground, destroyers can just approach you close like this. Battleship. See, now I can just launch torps at ease at me. Because my secondaries don't do shit.
Torpedoes to starboard.
I don't see too many of the old guard around anymore. The players that were around before. I don't see too many beta players. A lot of these new players are new. That is Jingles, mighty Jingles, but the game's no longer being tailored for us veteran players. They want to get a ton of new players in. That's sad. It really is. Honestly, I wish this was a year or two ago, because then I could say, yeah, go ahead and put a little in to get a little premium, but it's not 2 years ago, it's different now. You're going to have a bunch of players that come into the game with no knowledge about what events have transpired, and they're just going to be buying the premiums up. Hopefully my router doesn't pull a darn reset like it did before. Last time I had to split a stream into 2 parts for some strange reason. YouTube Blitz part 1 is more recent than part 2, which is completely ridiculous, because part 1 came out first. Not part 2. And they list part 1 as the newest video, not part 2. It's so silly. That was It's Just for Fun 24. My decision to keep playing the game is heavily dependent on what happens today with their little statement. Wargaming is either going to try to put it under the rug, or they're going to take some responsibility and say, yeah, we've fucked up. We'll have to see what happens. I'll do a quick sweep of the Twitters and the forums. Ooh, Earl Grey. Earl Grey posted something, a meme with Homer Simpson and XCC's as WG under Homer, and then all the other characters have XCC's, and it says, "Get ready everyone, he's about to do something stupid," which is wargaming. And then Earl Grey posts another something, let's see here, it says, oh, somebody also put up another thing. Greedy monetization pisses off numerous content creators, PC games, foreign publication. World of Warships has been part of MMO game since 2015, and it's not a newcomer, but neither is it an ancient rabbit. Like all MMOs, the developers have been toying with different types of monetization over time. Some content creators are clearly Going too far and the captains are leaving the sinking ship. Because I wasn't paying attention, I got the drop on me.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Poltava is limited by its range. It has to get in a little close.
The ship is on fire. Get back. Get back.
What is wrong with Timbersaw 29? Why are you getting so close? Do you not know how
Problem
to
solved, sir.
Do you not know how to play as your CV? CV stay in the back of the map and go in the map like this. This is bad World of Warships 101. You never do this. If you're playing a CV, you go back toward the back of the map, not toward the front.
The ship is on fire. Get back. Problem solved, sir. The ship is on fire.
Talk about not a team player. You're just gonna drive your Lexington into the fray. Heck, should I just throw my?
Problem solved, sir.
Enemy battleship sighted.
See, I'm retreating because obviously I don't have support. I'm gonna be destroyed in the next 2 minutes because everybody has me spotted. So I have to refrain from firing at them, and I have to get a safe distance away, or I can be stupid and fire at them and then they'll sink me. Okay, it looks like I need to finish off the sign up. At least the turn angles aren't terrible in Poltava. That's one thing it has going for it. I'm gonna give that article a quick read after I'm out of this battle and see what it says. I'm very curious. That, and I've gotta pass it on to somebody too.
Fighter airborne.
Over penetration again, huh? Well, I'm gonna keep her at 1/4 speed and see if I can make the turn that way. Bring her up to half. You gotta just try to anticipate where they're gonna turn. You gotta try to lead the target. Just like that. Sometimes you get a good hit on them, but a lot of it overpen because of the deck armor. You never want to go up against the line because then you get shucked to half speed pretty much. There's not much you can do at that point. Who do I finish off? I think Talon. Talon can be a bigger threat if it's played correctly because of its trollish armor. Now we focus on Monarch. Bring her up to full speed. Aim the shot. See, now we can get there. Now we got it. Oh, we took out a turret. Nice. See how they got a CV? That CV was being stupid as hell. He burnt out. Now we got Issei. Issei's guns aren't the most accurate. So if you can get there, set him on fire or whatever. He doesn't have automatic heal like a CV, so he can go down. So I'm going to throw up my planes. I'm going to turn away. I don't want to try to get this Issei in my sights. I'm not going to let this aircraft carrier distract me because I got a mission. I see sometimes your shells just troll you.
I owe you one.
Trying to turn in toward the torpedoes. Damn. Ah, I see. So Issei hit me, and then the other guy turned around with his dive bombers on me. They started swearing I'm gonna block.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Oh, now it's Shikaka with the torpedoes, of course.
Working on water quickly. Problem solved, sir.
If CVs are played right, they can be effective. I'm dead either way. Lucky if I get these shots off. Nice, 10,000 damage. As well, compliment people. Okay, obviously I can't read this. Jeez, if they do sell this to a different publisher, I hope they take care of the game and they don't be assholes with it. So spotted ribbons. Some people want everything to go off in chaos and flames, but I don't want to see things go up in flames. Can't protect. Some people are making silly statements. Shortage on Colorado River? Why am I not surprised?
Бой начинается.
There's somebody going, what the? It's all tier 9s. What are you complaining? Oh, maybe because you wanted to steel club some tier 7s. No Palio Emilio's here. I barely bring out Kronstadt because it shoots like a shotgun. This is funny. IO grade tweets, CCs, we're sinking, fire, fire, fire. Wargaming says, what are you sinking about? Chris says the emoji for I don't know. It's funny. Alright, let me get serious here. Sheen Bart's cool. John Bart's a serious opponent. You see one of these, don't underestimate him.
Вижу эсминец противника.
Never underestimate a ship with main battery reload.
Обнаружен линкор противника.
Let's dash it there. I don't want to play Russians tonight, so I'm just in the mood. We did play the German and the American sub there for a little bit, didn't we? We'll play some more subs maybe in a little bit. Depends on how I'm feeling. I just recommend high explosive rounds on these super cruisers. They're really, well, you can call them battle cruisers, but I prefer the term super cruisers.
Вижу линкор противника.
The battle cruisers kind of just died once the Washington Treaty of 1920 was signed. Lexington class got canceled. Got converted into an aircraft carrier, which you just saw in the last match be really stupid. Like, if you don't want to, like, don't play aircraft carriers unless you're seriously going to learn how to play them and play them well. Seriously.
Обнаружен линкор противника.
You have to play super cruisers at range. You're not as maneuverable as heavy or light cruisers, so you got to play them at range. See that John Bart's getting really close. I don't like that. Aim the shot. I don't know why they didn't give Kron some deck-mounted torps or something to help it along a little bit. And Shetland's getting torn up, of course, because all this. See, the shells are just like shotguns. You don't know if they're going to hit or what. Gotta pay attention to your opponent's speed. That's important for determining where your shot goes. It's really important to watch where they're going with their ship. Right now I think he's gonna pull a reverse. Yep, he's doing a reverse. What do I got on here? I got a small island. We should hold up just fine. That's why I'm trying to get away from the John Bart. Our destroyer was smart and dropped some torpedoes on him. Best way to disable John Bart is just like with anything else. Make him burn out. That's all you can do. I gotta get out of here because I don't have support. Where the hell is it?
Поддержите огнем.
You have to know when to move. Can't stay in one spot for too long. Only type of ship that gets to camp is light cruisers, because they got the concealment too. Playing anything else, don't camp. Even destroyers gotta move, they can't camp forever.
Пожарная тревога.
Got the same burn time as a battleship on these super cruisers. Everybody uses different terms. It's at 457 hitting me. You gotta maneuver and you gotta aim your shots.
Обнаружен крейсер противника.
They removed Kronstadt pretty quick, like within 6 months of its release, I want to say. I think it was only out for about 6 months and then it got removed. If you don't have support, leave the flank. Even harder to do if you're in a battleship. They're notoriously slow. Live to fight another day. That's stupid. Okay, I think he's going about half speed. He's probably about right there. We'll see if we get him. He's definitely slowing down. He's going at a quarter speed.
Вижу линкор
Can't
противника.
go on that fast. He's slowing.
Обнаружен крейсер противника.
Good thing about these super cruisers is that they pretty much... Oh, is he gonna reverse or what? Okay, I think he's speeding up again, so we're gonna aim a little bit ahead right there. Just gotta take into account the amount of time your shell takes to get there. It takes a lot of guesswork in this game sometimes.
Внимание, обнаружена эсминец
So
противника.
speeding up a little bit, we're gonna move the shells there. Just aiming at that battleship. The Chungmu's still alive. No surprise there. I kind of line it up with that scale that you see on the reticle. It's the best way to do it. It's harder to do when they're angled though. When they're angled you gotta kind of guesstimate more. It's kind of a little bit faster than what I anticipated. I'll go a little bit ahead, probably about right there.
Крейсер противника.
Корректировщик. Возвращаюсь на корабль.
You keep your super cruiser alive, it's gonna be a big influence later on in the game. The shell's missed. As far as that Z-44 out. Dang, we're just getting surrounded. Got a Lepanto still left, so that's cool. Man, wall of torpedoes again.
Торпеды прямо по курсу.
You have to keep on the move and you have to anticipate where things are going to happen. Like this game will roll the tanks PC because you don't die in one hit. Unless somebody gets really lucky and they aim at your citadel really well or you detonate. Somebody's aiming at me. Riga, huh?
Торпеды прямо по курсу. Торпеды по левому борту.
Внимание, обнаружен эсминец противника.
Dang, the shot missed. See, it gets tricky when they angle like that. What is that Jetland doing?
Обнаружен крейсер противника.
Торпеды по левому борту.
Keeping my high explosive equipped because reasons. Got 3 on me. I'm gonna maneuver out of the way a little bit so it's not so easy for them to hit me. That's what that indicator's telling me, is it's telling me 2 enemies have their guns locked on me. Damn. See?
Вижу эсминец противника.
Slow it down so we can aim at the...
Торпеды прямо по курсу. До конца боя осталось 5 минут.
Обнаружен крейсер противника.
I have to turn around.
Взлет произвел.
Lose because they're gonna... So you're gonna let the torpedo hit you, or are you just gonna... Ah, man. Such a negative atmosphere tonight. You can just feel the storm. Even from here I can feel it. That's why I keep playing this song called Grati. Obviously, different pronunciation because it's Nordic, because the O has that special mark above it. It talks about, that's by Skull, it talks about two giants grinding salt over and over again while the ship is sinking into the sea. It's so pertinent right now to World of Warships. I mean, I hope it doesn't sink, obviously, but still. Let's say... So we have 3,097 players playing right now at this time on WoW's NA. I think it's time to do another rotation of subs while we have them in port here.
Action stations.
Alright, here we go into a little sub battle here. I don't know how people get it where they can stream and they can listen to their own music in the background. It's probably a program you have to run. Since I'm actually taking time to show subs, at least some people at least see the benefit from it and they'll get some of the gameplay. So many people have been having to focus on the current events going on.
Enemy destroyer detected.
Let's see if I can get this to line up right. What's this destroyer gonna do? He's gonna go to the shelf, isn't he? He's gonna go behind that island. I can get Petro. Let's see here. Does my ping not have that far of range? Come on.
Enemy submarine in sight.
Where's Petro going? We're just gonna launch him because why not? Keep my pings on Petro. As soon as I get detected, I'll dive. We'll prepare and we'll go down to periscope depth. These homing torpedoes just act weird sometimes. These are supposed to be the fastest torps in the game, huh? Let's see what they do. Sure cut him down to size. Alright, I got a sub, I gotta... see if we can...
Direct front.
Where are their submarines at? Must be by the carrier. They're not over here. So I'm approaching the shelf. Oh, there's one. It's all the way over there.
We've spotted an enemy submarine.
Ah, both of them.
Our victory is in sight.
Should have done there this way. I just love that you can see the ships going underwater here. That's a nice addition. It takes a bit to know how to maneuver the subs around. It doesn't just come to you. You have to really finesse the controls at the subs. All the people not practicing right now. So you're gonna be at a disadvantage once ranked happens, but we still don't even know if we're going to have a game in the future because wargaming keeps messing it up. Only wargaming knows what they're putting out tomorrow. Obviously they have a rough draft written, but they got to do some tweaks on it and then release it. Honestly, it surprises me I'm even doing a live stream at this point because so many people have been attacked on their live streams lately, like in the comment section. Man. I don't blame Natsu for not putting out a video this week, I really don't. Hey, you don't normally get Ocean.
Action stations.
What am I doing? This should be fun. You don't get this map that often. cruisers, especially light cruisers, suffer on this map because there's no islands to go behind. Oh, I guess I was wrong. There is some sort of anti-ship armament on here, but it's really tiny. I don't think Vallejo has anything on it, though. We'll have to take a look when we're back in port. Now I just noticed them guns on the top there. What the hell? That's just plain rude. You're plain rude, dude. Seriously. If I ever run into you in battle, I am sinking you. If you're on the opposing team, of course. You have to know when to submerge in these.
Direct front. Torpedoes dead ahead.
I would save the battery for when you're detected by the enemy.
Direct front.
Obviously, if this were a player I was playing against. Somebody already got him. I'm gonna get detected by the sub here pretty quick.
Our team has taken the lead.
How about help out my fellow dummy?
Stations. Concentrate fire on the target.
Tell them where the sub is. Are you gonna drop some depth charges or what? Trying to keep some distance, that way my torpedoes will actually have a target. See, in this situation, you want to turn on your battery because you're depleting twice as much. Come on, reload, reload, reload. Go get him. So people are intent on sinking ships before I even get a crack at them. I hope he cracked DCP. It's going to be a constant struggle as DCP. They're able to get that off. Not going to be able to do much damage.
Our victory is in sight.
I don't see too many Odins. I wonder why that is. See, I didn't get any damage off that game because people sunk the target so quickly, and because you gotta contend with DCP, they call me crazy, but I think the bots are gotten a little smarter since the last time I hopped on. Making any progress on any of this? Not for sure I would sink at least 1 or 2 ships with the sub. This is like the only easy way to get steel right now. Whatever. And cruiser, that shouldn't be too hard. Spot, it should be easy. If I hop on a destroyer, get 200. Oh, that's gonna be hard. How many do I have here? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 9 avenues. Get 4 destroyers. These Dockyard missions have been made harder because they put the subs in there. I wish they kept the scenarios on for all of this. Seriously. Only 2 missions on here let you use scenarios. Hilarious, huh? Both have to do with experience. Speaking of scenarios, why don't we switch over to Nari for a battle or 2? Let's see. So do old Indianapolis. This time I'm going to the other side of the map and I'm hunting transports. Now I need to save those for ranked. Wonder how ranked's even gonna play. I'm keeping an eye on that queue. On the number of players playing. It's going to be very telling. I wonder if the number is going to drop come next week. Got time to tweet this. Sent some messages your way. Oh, Jingle's doing another video? Oh, he just did a little bit of War Thunder. Not surprised. Our teacher of English position at wargaming, that's funny. Very funny. Somebody quoting me. That's pretty late at night. No rival now, but there will be. If Gajin gets their crap together.
Ship commanders, suppress enemy resistance. Provide cover for the convoy.
The Dockyard ship is really underpowered as it is right now.
Warship commanders, provide cover for the transport ship.
Man. How I like to enjoy the game is I like to switch between the different scenarios that are running and everything else. You know, the ranked or the co-op. I like to switch them around a little bit. World of Tanks has over World of Warships. I mean, World of Warships has over World of Tanks. More modes to play. I know all about Frontline. Not a big fan of it. I know it exists. Wargaming turned it into Grindfest now. Indianapolis. One of the first ships to get radar at Tier 6.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
Alright, I'm gonna turn around and get some repairs going.
Affirmative.
Man. I think the shell velocity is really slow in Indianapolis.
Attention. Enemy transport ships detected. Destroy the enemy transport ships.
Wargaming is going to sit there and buff it up, give it a little bit more shell velocity speed, I guess. Just a little bit, not too much. But yeah, mainly this cruiser's main thing when it was popular was the radar and the hard-hitting armor-piercing shells.
The ship is on fire. Problem solved, sir.
Ah, Missouri.
Torpedoes, dead ahead. Torpedoes, direct front.
Not a bad team.
transport ships were destroyed.
Missed, of course.
Enemy forces detected.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
Shells can hit hard.
All enemy warships. Ship commanders. Provide cover for the transport ships. Enemy severely damaged.
Enemy aircraft carrier sighted. Enemy destroyer sighted. Enemy cruiser detected.
Dang, I don't have much going for me here. I gotta switch to high explosive.
Problem solved, sir.
It's a destroyer. I'm surrounded by a lot of enemies right now.
Ship detected.
Target penetrated.
Enemy cruiser detected.
The ship is on fire.
Getting my ass handed to me by these guys.
Problem solved, sir.
Clear the base zone of enemy ships. All enemy ships were destroyed. Operation successfully complete.
It's weird. Why did he kept saying? How do we do? Probably top 5. Oh man, yeah, Gorizio was really a victim of that Dockyard too. Puerto Rico. Basically, we're getting a hot fix because they forgot to put ASW weapons on the Sims Black and a lot of other things. Very depressing news right now, if I must say so. What is this crap?
Ship commanders, suppress enemy resistance. Provide cover for the convoy.
I will not be living in California in the near future. I will be living elsewhere.
Warship commanders, provide cover for the transport ship.
What are we at? Oh yeah, that's right, we're in. I remember. It's funny how Zara's better every way than this ship.
Enemy battleship detected.
It still has sap shells on it, so it's nice to bring it out every once in a while. It's not one I bring out often because of the negative connotation associated with it. This being one of the rewards for the Dockyard event with Puerto Rico, people don't have the best opinions about it.
Enemy cruiser detected.
I usually don't bring out Puerto Rico that often either because of that event. Yeah, man. Puerto Rico could have been a slam dunk if they had just made the missions a lot easier than what they had them at. I guess they realized that later on when the other Dockyards came to pass. These Dockyard missions for the Tier 8 Dutch, much easier than the Dockyard missions for Puerto Rico by far. I need to be careful. As soon as Missouri comes, I'm popping the smoke. Forget if you can even Citadel with the sap. Why couldn't you sit? Should still be possible.
Problem solved, sir.
Ah, probably not because of the angle.
The ship is on fire.
Enemy transport ships detected. Destroyed enemy transport ships.
Enemy battleship sighted.
Smoke generator started.
Enemy destroyer detected.
Torpedoes astern.
So rudder's jammed, I can't do nothing. stupid, ridiculous.
Smoke screen set.
Sap shells can do a lot of damage. Guess my best tactic is to repair quickly and then go after the CV. I don't think Ashitaka's going to be doing that. But yeah, this is like my favorite operation because no gimmicks. You just sit there and attack the base and you're done. All the tier 6 ops tend to have a lot of preconditions for some silly reason. You think the tier 6 would be easier than the tier 7. So much of my health gone, it's not even funny. Algeray's gonna go after the CV. I can sit in here for a while and heal. Good. I honestly don't know why the heal areas aren't bigger for Killer Whale, but whatever that one is where you're defending the base. The healing parts are placed so far back you can't really use them that well. To be like a destroyer or Lycers to really get to them.
Enemy forces detected.
Keeping Narai in the game was probably the only thing Wargaming has done right in a long while.
All enemy warship.
Then they nerfed the credit earnings on it too. So yeah. What is this hood doing? Is he trying to go straight into the island? Ah, dang it. What the hell is wrong with you, Hood? You're smocking me. I'm not even gonna bother. What's the point? Ow. Man, I'm probably one of the only people live streaming at the moment. Besides maybe some people overseas. Ah, man. What is wrong with this Idaho Thunder? Okay. I'm so tempted to sit there and report him as plays poorly because he keeps running into crap. But I'm just not. I'm gonna have some tact and not do that. Could be a bot for all I know. Seriously. I'm gonna crack this on because I don't wanna.
Smoke generator started.
If we could sink a lot of these ships, we'll be in good.
Spotter airborne.
The faster you sink the ships, the faster the op ends. Nope, that ends.
Operation successfully completed. Clear the base zone of enemy ships.
Atlanta clearly was the top dog in this one. Where did I rank out in this? It's behind Colorado, jeez. I guess I'll do something nice and I'll compliment him on his playing instead of being negative. Which one of these is almost completed?